right, everyone, we are back, and this is our last grocery haul for January for our low spin January. We are going to be going into a low spin February as well. We're still eating down preps. Most of the items you're going to see here are fresh produce and fruit. With that being said, let me recap that in the third week of January, we still had $40 of our $75 left over. So week 4, we have $75. We spent $30. So between week 3 and week 4 and a little bit of week 5, we should say, for January, we are going to have money left over. So $30 is all we spent. We won't need anything else. We're still eating down our preps. We're still working on eating down our preps. So we're going to have $85 put into our 1-year advance binder. We are working on month number 2. So let me tell you what we got. This is all came from Aldi. We got 2 of the 16-ounce light sour cream. We have got 2 celery stalks back here, y'all. And celery's gone up. It's just now over $2 per stalk. And I've never seen it that high before. So 2 of the celery stalks. We got 2 just regular cucumbers. English cucumbers have gone back up. They're no longer 75 to 95 cents. They've gone back up to over $1.35 each. So I went with just the chunky regular cucumbers for this last 10 days of January. We have just the Boulder white paper towels. It's the cheaper version. I like using this when I put things such as celery and spinach and romaine in my refrigerator. I put some sheets of paper towels on the top, close up the lids, and then flip them upside down so all the moisture can come onto the paper towel so that they last longer for us. I have 10 tomatoes here, Roma tomatoes. 1 thing of hummus. Over here, we've got 2 bags of apples. These are a good price. 3-pound bag was $2.75 for each. We have some salsa back here. And we have some pancake syrup right here for the kiddos. I do still have some light pancake syrup. I believe I still have some of that in stock. I rarely ever eat pancakes or waffles, but my kids eat them all the time. So I made sure I got that restocked for the kiddos because Sam's Club's been out of their log cabin syrup for like the longest time. And I usually get 2 of the big, huge containers together. So I think that's all. Yeah, that's all we got right here. So that is what we have. Not very much of anything, y'all. But if we're eating down preps, we shouldn't have to spend a whole lot unless it's a perishable item because we're eating down freezers. We're eating down our shelvings that are downstairs in our basement. We're eating off the shelvings up here in our kitchen. We're eating from the cabinets that we have in here in our kitchen as well. So we're not going to waste anything. We're just going to buy what we need, and we can maintain what we need for fresh produce for the next 10 days through all of this. Let's go ahead and show you our binder because I need to pull that out to be able to stuff $85 into my 1-year in advance fully funded binder. All right, everyone, we are back. And with that being said, as we are wrapping up January now, and you just saw my last grocery haul of the month of January of 2023, I want to let you know where we're at and what we're doing for next month. So you all have seen my prepper pantry now. You have seen shelving systems. You have seen freezers. You have seen my cabinets. Y'all, there's 2 more shelves I still haven't showed you because the video was getting so lengthy and so long. It was ridiculous how much food we have in the house. And I've been able to show you that now in just a previous video of this week. So with that being said, when Jordan Budgets came out with this packet and let us all print it for free, I jumped in immediately. I knew that a grocery budget challenge was on, and I am going to continue to do another budget challenge for February and moving forward. So we're going to keep our grocery bill as low as we can as we are continuing to eat our preps down. We are almost done with month number 9, and you've seen the ridiculous amount of food we still have. So we have months and months and months, and hopefully more months to come until we eat those down. With that being said, this is the packet that I use from Jordan Budgets. I'm going to continue to use this because it was such a success for us. She gave this to us as a free printable. You can either go over on her channel on Jordan Budgets here on YouTube and grab yourself your copy, or you can just ask me for it and I can go ahead and link it in the description box for you as well. again if you would like, because I've already featured it once. So where are we at with our groceries for the month? How much did we spend? How much did we save? And where are we putting it all? So I've already showed you this past week that we put $700, and this is my home binder, y'all. So I'm going to flip to the back here, and we had already put $700 out of our $1,000 into this envelope for the month of January. The way the month fell for us, it was almost like having 5 weeks or 4.5 weeks. So on a 5-week month, I always allot $1,000 for groceries. That gives us $200 per week for groceries. Same thing with a 4-week month. I give us $800, which is still $200 per week for groceries. Now, y'all, I have 3 growing kids who eat, well, 2 of them eat like grown adults, and 1 of them eats like a bird. So little Jessie doesn't eat very much, but the 2 older kids eat as grown adults. So there are 4 of us in the house. 3 of them, meaning my children, are meat eaters, but so are my chihuahuas, and my chihuahuas now are on homemade dog food. So they eat things like turkey, chicken, 90% lean ground beef or higher, things of that nature. Sometimes if I can get to the store and get some lamb, I will get lamb at a butcher shop. That's far and few between because it's a little bit expensive. I am looking into bison as well. Jaya is my half dachshund, half chihuahua, and she has seizures, but she also has severe pancreatitis, so we have to change things up. She has an insensitivity to turkey and to chicken, but we're changing around the recipe and giving her a little bit less protein when it comes to chicken and turkey, because that's really where she should be having pancreatitis. So we're working with her right now to see if I can change a little bit of the homemade recipe, give her just a little bit less chicken, maybe a little less turkey, increase some of the other ingredients in there to see if that will help her. And I think we may be finding a trick to that. So $700 out of the $1,000 that I allotted for January automatically right off the bat went into this envelope this week that I had showed you. But what I neglected to also mention is, yes, I do have $85 left over. We're going to go through my breakdown here in a minute. I forgot to tell you that I still had $25 in the first week that I didn't spend. My first grocery week, I had $75 to spend. I spent $50 because we are eating off of our preps. Here's $100, $5, and $10. So truly, I have $110 to stuff into this envelope, not the $85 because I forgot the $25 in the first week of January. So we're going to stick this into this bills binder, and we're going to talk about this bills binder once again. Y'all, I've got some new subscribers. We are over 850 subscribers now, and I appreciate each and every one of you and want to thank each and every one of you who not only just watch my video, but like my video, and definitely all the comments you guys are putting down below, because I read every single comment. I reply to every single comment, and I don't generically reply, y'all. If you're going to take the time to write me something, I'm going to take the time to respond. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about this real quick, and then we're going to talk about the breakdown of the bills, how much we spent for the entire month of January for a family of 4, 3 kids eating meat, 2 dogs eating meat, and me being a vegan. So I eat a lot of fresh fruit and veggies, y'all. So $700 out of that $1,000 for the month of January went in here automatically when Jordan came out with that budget grocery shopping challenge. I was like, yes, I'm on board. Thank you all day. Here we go. You all know we've got so many preps downstairs. You all have seen those preps. You all know where we're at with food. It's ridiculous. We got a large amount. We got months to go. So that has helped us significantly as well, because if we already got things in stock, that means that's less that we have to spend at the grocery store. It's resisting going to the grocery store, y'all. So with that being said, the extra 110 we stuck in here today, this bills binder here for the envelope that I have here, this is my home binder, but this is my bills. This is not for the month coming up. I am not using this to pay February's bills. Every single month, my bills come out like clockwork on the 3rd. They usually start rolling out at about 5 o'clock or so in the morning. And by 11:30 on the 3rd of every month, I have paid every bill. Yes, every bill. And I am done for the month paying for bills. I got to pay for other things, but bills like the 4 walls, the electric, the gas, the Xfinity, the Verizon, things of that nature are already paid. So with that being said, this is for getting 12 months fully funded. If anything hits the wall, oh snap happens, and my husband, I was gonna say my son, my husband loses his income, I lose my income, we can still take care of everything we need for an entire year and not have to worry about it. However, we are only on month number 2. This coming week, this Wednesday, I will give you a breakdown of my entire bills again, because I'm readjusting a few things for this bills, and show you how much I need in here every single month to make sure that we've got everything taken care of. Now, this is not a bare bones situation, y'all, because we're doing it so far in advance and trying to get the fully 12-month, fully funded situation settled. We have changed a few things. We've added, we've taken away, things of that nature. So that is going to fluctuate on how much actually is going to have to go in here every single month. So we are working on month number 2 right now. So I just wanted to let you know that, because a lot of YouTubers, as I've said in the past, they use that for getting ahead 1 month for their next month's bills. That is not what we're doing here. We are doing a fully funded 1-year binder for any emergency to happen with our income loss. We'll be able to take care of the kids, the dogs, and ourselves, the home, and all things included. Y'all, we even have our grocery budget in there of $1,000 every single month, instead of just $800 for most of the year, $1,000 for a couple of months out of the year. We have $1,000 every single month, just flat out laid in stone. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk you through real quick. Now, on week number 1, we spent $50 out of our $75. We had $25 left over. That's what I forgot to tell y'all. Week number 2 and 3, we combined it together and did one grocery haul. I had a total of $150 for the week 2 and 3, because that's 75 plus 75 is 150. So out of that, we had 110 spent. Out of that 150, that left us $40. Then on week number 4, which you just saw just right before I came on here to show you what we're going to do with the money in the full bit in this breakdown. On week number 4, out of $75, we only spent $30, y'all, leaving us $45, giving us a grand total of $110 saved. Okay, plus the $700 I just stuck in here this week, because I pulled that from the $1,000 that I had already pre-set for January. So $700 plus the $110 that I saved when I did go ahead and say, hey, let's do a $300 budget for us for this month while we're still eating down preps. Okay, we're going into month number 10 in February. Our anniversary is going to hit in April, and that's 1 year, and we're still eating down preps. Okay, use it, don't lose it. And preps are meant to be eaten, y'all. They are meant to be eaten. They may look really pretty on the shelf or in a freezer, but they are meant to be eaten, especially during inflation, y'all. It's crazy. I don't want to go out and buy things at a higher price. I'm going to have to do it like the rest of y'all, and I have been doing it like the rest of y'all in smaller quantities, because I have saved over $3,000 last year alone doing it this way. With that being said, that gives us a grand total of $810 for the month out of our $1,000 grocery budget. Did you hear me? $810 stuck into our month number 2, getting ahead for 1 whole year. That means we spent a grand total of $190 for the family of 4 here, plus 2 Chihuahuas. Yes, they do eat our food as well. They have ground turkey, they have ground chicken, regular chicken. I do go ahead and ground up some chicken breasts too. And they've been eating out of the freezers as well. Sweet potatoes that I have already pre-purchased, baked and cooked, that I did back in December when it was low because it was a holiday, right? So holiday was on, and I bought 10 potatoes, sweet potatoes at a time, and y'all, they're like £1.25 pounds each. These are some massive sweet potatoes. I baked them, I pulled them out, I peeled them, I threw them whole in my freezers in Ziploc bags and froze them. That is part of the dog food that I make for Jaya and Tucker. Now, Jaya, we are working on a new recipe because she does have an insensitivity to turkey and chicken, but that's where she needs to go because she has pancreatitis. So with that being said, we are working on protein portions versus giving her too much protein, and that might have been what was upsetting her tummy when it came to turkey and chicken. I currently right now do have 3 pounds of ground turkey thawing out, and I also have some chicken thawing out that I'm planning on putting into the Instapot tonight. I have sweet potatoes thawing out that are already pre-cooked and portioned off for them. They have no salt added green beans as well. And I don't have any brown rice, y'all. That will be in the next grocery haul in February for the dogs, but I do have some white rice, so I'm just going to cut the portion down a little bit more. I would prefer to give them brown rice in their meals, but right now we have white rice, and I'm not going to go ahead and put another order out. I did forget the brown rice. That's on me. Brown rice only lasts for 6 months in a prepper pantry, and that is probably why I'm out. So with that being said, $190 spent for the month of January. We are going to repeat this entire situation again for the month of February, and I'm going to stick with a $300 budget again for February, and we're going to continue to eat down preps. Now I'm going to start jumping on board. It won't be pretty, and I won't be able to do all the really fancy photos and the fancy music and that and all the background, but we will be showing you how we're cooking down our preps now. I'm going to start showing you as of tomorrow how I'm making homemade dog food for my dogs, so that I can have my goal of pulling them completely off dog food by no later than July of this year. So, with that being said, questions, comments, concerns, suggestions, throw them at me down in the comment section down below. If you want Jordan Budgets shopping challenge packet, I can definitely go ahead and relink it down for you if you'd like at the bottom again. If you'd like to go to her page and get it on YouTube, please feel free to do so as well. This also has a meal plan in here. It has a pantry list in here as well. It's several pages long, and y'all, it just gets you thinking about your shopping and how much you spend in the previous months. How much do you want to spend this month? What can you use out of your pantry that maybe you don't know is in the back of that pantry? Tonight we are doing stir fry, and with that being said, I put 2 chicken breasts into the Instant Pot. That will be sliced up and shredded down after I take out my portion of the stir fry, because I don't eat meat, y'all, but my kids do. And I didn't realize we had 3 bottles of stir fry sauce left. And I was like, what? I thought we only had 1. Oh, we had 3. That even shows you that even though my shelves are open shelves, I can still push things to the back and didn't realize that I had them. So using an inventory sheet and things of that nature, going through your pantry, your fridge, your freezers, as everybody always tells you to do. You hear that on all the cooking shows as well. Take what you have first and then make your meals from that. And then when you make your meals, go to the store and see what is on sale. Make meat more of a side dish. It doesn't always have to be the main course. That will also help you reduce your prices. I'm not just saying that because I'm a vegan. I'm saying that because I have 3 kids that eat meat. I have 2 chihuahuas that eat meat. So meat is not cheap, y'all. And I'm going through the crunch too with buying certain meats for the kids and things of that nature. But use what you have at home first. You'll be surprised if you get paid on a week basis. You can stretch out what you have in your house for a week. You'll be surprised on what kind of meals you can make. It doesn't have to be a 5-course meal. It doesn't have to be a perfect meal. It doesn't have to be perfectly balanced. It has to fill your stomach. It has to taste good. And it has to have clean plates as an end result. So, with that being said, this is what we have for you today. We will be back tomorrow to start working in our holiday and celebrations binder, y'all. And I'm going to give you just a heads up. Some things are changing in there. I am not feeling the trackers that I put in there. I'm feeling like I'm a little bit lost. I'll speak more about that tomorrow, but I think my Jordan Budgets trackers need to come back into play tomorrow because, you know, I grew up saying if it's not broken, don't need to fix it. And I just feel like the new trackers I put in there, as much as I like them and love them, I'm not loving them enough to keep them in there. So yes, we're having a rocky start in January. The consistency is still really rough for me, but I'm working on it. Trust me, I'm working on it. And we're going to put Jordan Budgets trackers back in because it just made me so successful this last year that I don't want to fix something that wasn't broken in the first place. So we'll catch you in tomorrow's video. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday. I got 2 loads of laundry left to do and we are done and getting started for the week. We are out.